All right. Happy May 7th. As you can tell, you can see, yes, I'm making a very late trade recap, so my apologies. However, as you can tell, made 53, say 40, 5,300 and nearly $40 on a day. Really just 20 cents away, right? Um, look, today was I don't want to say hard. I want to try to keep this video a little bit short. As always, I say that, but let's try to aim for 5 to 8 minutes long. But let's talk about the video. First, we're gonna talk about Discord. Now, here, guys, Discord right now. Here, we're in this Discord. It's free. Um, Nobody's doing it like us. Truly, we have a mentorship. Chat over here. Where is it? Right now, a lot of people are talking, and these people are genuinely curious, right? I believe we have like 22, 23 people who actually want to learn from me, and it's funny, right? You join somebody's Discord, and then you have people who see these type of profits, who actually see my rewards, what I do with my profits, how I live my life. I like to show a little bit glimpse here and there, right? I know it probably makes a lot of people feel shitty, and that's just not at all my intentions, because believe it or not, I get jealous when I see other people how they spend their money too. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, for how much profits I make and how well I've been doing with trading and real estate, it's just like, I think a lot of people live extremely above their spending means and their comfortable means, right? So if I like I always wanted to say, I'm gonna make a number where I could work 1 week, preferably the first week of every month, and then that first week I can cover everything and live still 10, 15,000, to literally fuck around with, or perhaps if I want to be smart, then put in my savings account, right? So I've accomplished that literally 3 years ago. Safe to say that. And now there's a lot of people who are like, I want to be like Day Trader 103 or RZ, right? Now it's the same person. In case you guys didn't know, I always wanted to try to keep it RZ, but just couldn't do that since that was my last brand. Um, and I no longer have the license for that brand. But anyways, what matters the most is if you want to join this Discord, right? If you actually want to learn how to be profitable, if you actually want to be part of this Discord, yes, a lot of people will be talking about my strategy, obviously. A lot of people are going to be talking about my strategy. Now, what you don't understand is that when a lot of people are talking about a certain strategy in his Discord, then yes, everything is going to be about him in his own server, right? Apparently, that's not common sense. Sense nowadays, sometimes senses just aren't so common. I don't truly get it. But either way, just because there's a lot of dumb fucks, you have to now apply to be in here, right? You have to apply to be in here. So, funny, you could look at approved. It should also say approved by RZ, right? Approved by RZ. So shows the date approved, right? So you actually have to apply. We also do reject. I don't care who says what, but I'm not. I know what I've been doing. I've been trading for actually just in 20 days is gonna mark officially 9.5 years, 9 years and 6 months. Right? Nobody can even remotely compare. And here's the thing: I'm not a trader. I'm an investment officer before becoming a trader. Now, being a day trader is 100 times easier. It's a million times easier. I cannot joke with you. To be brutally honest, becoming an investment officer is stressful, because then that's really a mix of options trading with traditional stocks. You see, you can nowadays with options trading, with options trading you could always sell, but nowadays even these big firms and big institutions, now you can sell positions. However, it was only buy and you had to make profit every single day. Now a lot of people say that there's no right or wrong strategy. Maybe if you're a day trader, sure, but if you're an investment officer, you will literally get spitted on and laughed by everybody, right? It's like almost getting pantsed, and then everyone's like, "Well, you're a dumb fuck. You came here and brought this misery upon yourself," right? So, always gives me a good chuckle, but I'm like literally just straight up just ban this dumb fuck from the server. As an investment officer, there's only three strategies that work. Yes, there's some more here and there. However, it's not really sustainable. It hasn't really yielded the best profits. And believe it or not, if you don't reach a minimum goal by the end of the week, by the end of the month, you get fired. That's just what it is. Being an investment officer is extremely cutthroat, right? Not a lot of miners understand this shit, and honestly, that I just don't care who says what. I started off as a miner into trading, but I just really, really don't think 95% of people out here, even in the server that are miners, are fit for it. So I ended up banning some of the miners, especially some people who have the victim mentality. They're like, I don't care who says what, but the market is set to take positions every single day. Not on bank holidays, though. So, but it's still tradable. I have traded on bank holidays. Actually, I've been doing that recently for the past year now. It's been working pretty well. But again, keep it short and simple. You want to be part of Discord. If you want to learn a strategy that you can actually trade in all types of markets with anything, gold, commodities, oil, any type of indice or index, right? If you want to learn how to trade index funds too, there's only three common and popular and the most effective strategies, not FVG. Finger yourself. That's all FVG stands for. Whenever you talk to somebody who has experience, right? You talk to anybody. You talk of Einstein of Wall Street, and they literally they'll look at you like we're on the same page. But man, Einstein did that FVG guy dirty. He kind of said, "I don't want to see him ever again." Now that's funny because that's exactly the type of disrespect you get treated with when when you want to act like you're all that, but it's really not, right? So anyways, enough of a rant. Want to talk about this. Want to talk about trading. Really, this week actually has been fairly easy. I'm floating well in the week. I don't really know how much I'm floating. I believe I should be really close to 20K, since I have been basically averaging anywhere from late 4 to 6,000 every single day of this week. So it makes sense if I'm already up 20K on the week. Again, I just don't care. These things are numbers. Believe it or not, I can literally retire right now from my job, which I'm on the verge of doing it. I'm retiring as an investment officer, and I just want to focus on day trading because, again, day trading is so fucking easy. I can say it a million times easier than being an investment officer or traditional trader, or trading options. Options is actually really fucking stressful, really stressful. So kudos and props to all those people who trade options because I fucking suck at that. Now, really, the next announcement, I'm gonna be live trading tomorrow on my Discord. However, I'm gonna be in the Discord literally 30 minutes prior to New York market opening, but I will close that live stream. I'll lock it at 6:12 a.m. PST. Why I'm gonna say I'm locking it? Why I'm saying nobody else can join after 6:12 a.m. PST is because it gets honestly annoying when people are joining in and out, and some people join later just to leave 5 minutes later, some shit like that. It's just honestly it's kind of affecting me, and I'm people say I'm strict. No, now I'm gonna get strict, right? People want to learn from me. There's people who actually depend on me. It's gonna get strict now. So, I'm not fucking around. If I'm doing this for free, I should literally be able to tighten the rope a little bit. If it sucks, it sucks. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, whether you want to be in this Discord, whether you don't even want to learn from me, or you do, it's truly up to you. And honestly, I'm not really celebrating that. I celebrate only when people make profit or when they understand the charts because of me, really. So, join the live stream. Again, closing at 6:12 a.m. PST. Anybody trying to join after 6:12, you just can't. I'm not even looking at DMs. Everybody knows that. Once it's 6:15, or 6:13, 14, 15, I'm just on my charts. Now, you want to look at what is this? You want to look at this, right? What's funny is that first, I don't know what the fuck is this line for. Don't really remember too much. I didn't come to market opening. Honestly, really, really easy. But again, people are always going to be like, oh, well, you already know what happened pre-market. Now, if you're not trading pre-market, you're kind of stupid because that's the biggest advantage Forex and future traders have now. If you're, again, not trading pre-market, just hang the gloves or hang the white flag, right? So you see this. Again, we want to basically see it hold somewhere over here, right? That's what support and resistance means. Support, resistance, and then support. It doesn't get easier than this. Full portrait count. You're gonna make fucking money. Okay, so with that in mind, you can easily say that we wanted to hold. I actually wanted to see it hold somewhere like right here. Right now, I really, really, really would have wanted to see it hold like that, and that's actually not a horrible stop loss. What just 2 points or 28 points of a stop loss, not horrible. As you can tell, if you just zoom in a little bit, I don't like it zoomed in. That's why I always like this, so I don't have to fear about getting my entry to the closest point, because this is what people do. People always look at like this. People always look at charts like this. No wonder why you can't understand or read shit, because you're not looking at the big picture, right? So, which the big picture is, take a damn marker, guys. A lot of you guys are not doing this, and then you don't understand shit. This is what I mean when I tell some of my students, or just straight up just ban people. Like, you didn't even try to understand a strat. It's not even under my strategy. Is not even about a strategy, to be brutally honest. It's about reading the damn charts. For every price ceiling, right? For every price ceiling, there's a floor that you walk on, guys. It's not hard, right? Imagine this is supposed to be a stick figure, no mouth. For every floor that he walks on, there's a ceiling that he can literally, well, not always try, but they can put their hands up to try to reach for the ceiling, right? For now, if you take the stairs up, what was that once that ceiling, now it becomes that floor, right? So you take up the stairs, you're supposed to be dots, you walk up, right? You keep walking up, that ceiling, now, right? Now you walk, you're literally in your room in a 2-story house upstairs. So and you're fucking happy, right? Now you're over there sucking your damn dick. So that's exactly, price can become support. It can become the floor, or it can become the ceiling, or anytime it can vice versa switch, whatever, right? So now with this being said, let's take the marker, because a lot of people don't understand this. Came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down. So what was resistance twice? Now we broke it, but we came back down. We're holding it, holding it, holding it. It looks like we're trying to make the support. Oh wow, look, it did bounce, came down. Now at one point when we broke it to the south, we rejected it, but we did come back up to retest as resistance. It looked like we wanted to dump, but we're holding over here. Then we finally broke it, held as support again, bounced. Look, we tried to push up, we didn't quite exactly push up, but we retested it. And now what do we want to do? We want to see it fucking break this, right? So trading all-time highs, which is the title of this video, is the easiest thing on the fucking country to do. I kid you not. A squirrel, giving a nut to a squirrel should be a little more intimidating than to be taking longs at all-time highs. You don't have to use much of your brain, guys. I kid you not. A lot of people want to take shorts up here. Why would you take shorts up here? Tell me. So what makes this trading gambling, and yes, I'm using that word gambling, and I hate that word, but it becomes gambling when you actually don't know how to read, and when you don't understand what has been happening to the left, to the prior of trading that exact time, right? Or in this case, taking not really much of the history context prior to New York opening. Now a lot of people, and you're not 100% wrong, but if we did come up, rejected it, and now we have a wick, then that's clear proof that we want to make this we want to hold this as resistance before we dump. But you have to really, really, really be mindful of what happens over here, because if we don't break past this, or even through this zone, yes, she's gonna hold a support, and you're gonna get fucked up, because she's gonna bounce back up, and that actually has a very, very high likelihood. So a lot of people don't understand that, and that's exactly what makes trading so gamble like, because you want to always make sure that you're taking a trade where the odds and the bets are with you rather than you trading against it, right? So a lot of people want to do the opposite of whatever the market is showing, and next thing you know, so many people actually took shorts over here. It's crazy, and they got fucked up, or perhaps they got a little bit in profit because she did. But then, it's just weird, because if I don't remember where my thing was, but if you basically took a buy over here and she came down here, or if you took a sell and she came down there, and she came back up, you see how either or, whatever you do back down here, you're fucked, right? Now she, sure enough, did go down. Now this is what I was saying. You see this, I'm just gonna put a line because it's easy. This over here makes sense why it came up. Now you have to look to the left, and I say we have some type of weakness over here, to be brutally honest. Almost wicked it, but I would have preferably wanted to at least test that part before a rejection to the south. But you see why you have to really look. If you didn't get the nasty push up, now if you didn't get the nasty push up, then sure, you want a little more confirmation and then take it for a sell. But sometimes she might just break it just to come back over this in this area, just to give the nasty push up, and which Nas did that yesterday. So be very very careful, guys. Again, trading all-time highs, it's actually pretty easy, but not a lot of people know what they're doing. So what is this? Why do I have different charts? Okay. Nas, on the other hand, was a little bit trickier. I actually like this setup more than this setup, though, to be brutally honest. Just because, and I don't exactly know what happened in market opening. I kind of just booked my charts and then I was like, fuck it. Nah, I was looking at US 30, but again, I did wake up late. Again, I love drinking. I love getting fucked up. I even took edibles with some of my loved ones over here and literally went to sleep. Again, I think I actually slept 5 hours this time before market opening, and I woke up 20 minutes late, and I literally with one single brain cell still traded, and I still make this. Now, don't you guys feel kind of embarrassed to say that I did fair value games and I get like $2,000 a month in payouts. Okay, that's dope, bro. That's dope. I'm using a single cell in my head, and you're using a whole fucking skull worth of cells, and you're right now. Sometimes I really gotta rub my dick, stroke it in front of all you guys. That's all the only way for you guys to understand. So, with this was very very odd because of this price action right here. But sure enough, came up, came down, came up, came down. We were crawling our way, came down, came up, 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 came down. You want to see it basically hold somewhere in this area, all right? So again, do your drawings. It's not hard, I promise you. It's just, I don't even know, where was the market opening? Don't tell me it's this one. Oh, it was that candle. Damn, that looks weak. So let's go back, right? Because we do trade pre-markets. If you don't trade pre-markets, you're literally waiving your biggest advantage compared to options trading, compared to traditional investments. Literally forex and futures are ahead because they give you this ability. So many traders, 99.2% of traders don't understand it. You have an advantage because you can see all this. You can't see this with options trading. You cannot see this with options trading. So enough of a rant. You did see basically when we came down, came up, came down, came up. So obviously I want to basically see it hold somewhere over there. Now realistically speaking, I do think we came a little bit lower. Oh, actually we didn't even wick it, but sure enough, that was actually just 4 points of a difference. Come on, man. Right, so let's take a look at the top left. You see that L, you see this number over here, right? Now it always changes wherever my cursor is. I like to look at that just to see how precise I am. If you look at the L, it says 28,647.21, right? So that's a price. That was the lowest point, 647, and my zone is at 642. So yeah, 5 points of a difference, sure, but it actually doesn't get clearer than this, right? It really cannot get any clearer than this, because what was once resistance came up, reject, came up, reject, and when we finally broke it, we want to hold it over here, and then we pushed up again. We were holding this basically huge support and resistance channel. So what we wanted to do, and depending on wherever you got in, because you're not always going to see exactly wick, right? Sometimes and this was the case, that as soon as she came basically down here, she pushed up, but then she looked like she may have wanted to come down. I don't know the case. I think she just went for a straight push, but you literally should have got either in over here at 615 or try to chase anywhere over here, and I think she just pushed up. Or actually she did test it, and then she but I'm gonna give you guys a huge secret, right? That was a nice trade. Come on, that was a good trade. So you would have been 632 to 644, depending on where you entered. If you did enter over here like me, you probably would have been no more than say 15-16 points in drawdown. But that would have been nice. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna just be generous enough to show the secret to tell you guys, when you see all these wicks, right, when you see all these wicks, now for me it's easy to read it, but yes, when you see all this wicks, it means one thing of New York opening, and it's like foreshadow. This wicks, wick, chop city, baby, chop city. I do not, today would have been, if I had traded this, it would have been literally, I kid you not, like probably 11 points of a profit day break even. So that's what I don't miss about trading NAS 100. I do miss the fact I'm not trading NAS 100, but at the same time, looking at the way how choppy she has been, even though the setups have been phenomenal, it's been quite easy. US 30 on the other hand, setups have been hard. However, price action has been extremely fast, and it's literally make you make profit or you completely just blow your account in a few seconds. So that's what sucks. I actually really like trading pre-market with US 30 because it's kind of like trading forex pairs. It's guaranteed profit. However, it just takes a time, and then in the middle of nowhere you have 70 points of a dump, and God forbid you're not in the wrong. But for me, it's been favoring me a lot more often than it has not. So that's all I want to say. I want to stop the video here while it's still already probably 10 plus minutes. Well, I'm not happy to even say that or to think that. So as always, remember the Discord things. People are joining, people are loving it. Yeah, there's some people who hate it, there's some people who's bitching, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck whether you're in here or not. I'm just dropping the damn ball like that. I don't care. I make my money. I make my profit. I'm living my life. I don't care what the fuck anybody does with theirs, whether they're in here or not. I don't. I'm not here to play the nice guy, but I am one of the nicest guys. But I'm not here to play a nice guy when you try to act all shitty with me. So, as always, peace, love, and cheers. And again, it's we're trading with all-time highs. It's one of the easiest times, one of the easier times to trade, unlike waiting for a breakout of a certain range or consolidation. Again, one of the easier times. Just play it risk friendly, and you'll be fine. So, peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.